Just gotta make sure.
Thank you. Alright. So now we keep on going straight out.
Is it weird me looking like this in your face?
Giving him eye contact.
Cool. I use wolf. I use my JRLs mostly.
You got no battery for this?
That's not the blade that the
She should take the bait. That Red Bull has anything in it, so let's go.
I'm gonna just throw it in your garbage.
I'm sorry, I thought you had some.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it does.
yeah, Magic Clips do.
Oh,
It comes with, it's not a surgical fading blade, but it's a fade blade.
Use your mirror, use your mirror.
Alright? Alright, so next, what do I want to do? Do I
Bring
want to
everything
break
down.
the fade? Or do I want to just knock everything down, then break the fade?
Knock it down.
No.
You want to
supposed to
probably
be-
not. No, you do your second.
How about you do your
might
second format?
and then knock
Second
it
format.
down.
Yeah.
Second format because one, I'm going to set up my position. Now, I'm using a fade blade, so I'm going to put a guard on and make my second format. Reason being is if I go open on this next part, you're going to lose it in between the bottom and the next format. So sometimes when you're blending, you're going to lose where your bottom is and you're going to start to chase to the top. So we're going to slap a 1 on it, close, and now we're going to start from the B point. That's because it's a fade blade.
If it wasn't a fade blade, you do one open.
You can do the one over. Because right now, if
So
you did it without
it's
the
a reason why I
guard, you
do
wouldn't be
that.
able to see.
No, but if it wasn't a fade blade, when he put the one open.
Yeah.
the first line.
Oh, you start right above it? No, not the one open. We just use the open guard.
Open guard for what?
No, I said, would you have done your second with, if it wasn't a fade blade, would you have had your one open?
I probably would have still used the
Wait,
1.
you just went over your. Oh, I was about to say.
My second format. 1.
Flip the cone.
So,
You look close.
You
yeah.
always do.
So the reason why I leave this chicken here, so that I know for a fact everything
Everything.
above it, I could use
The big
2
guards.
big guards. Everything underneath, small guards. Close 1/16 open, back down. I'm done. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knock down the top. So what did he say? How much are we taking off the top?
You just be able to comb it, but
Want
not
to be able
brush
to
it.
comb it. Now, this is what you're also gonna do. All right. So how much do you want to take off the top?
You want him to make sure he does it.
Can I just have enough to curl actually?
Enough to curl. All right. So now it changed again.
Mm-hmm.
Reason why is because once I chop it, it's game. So if he's gonna be curling, right? Next thing I'm gonna do is probably grab a
3.
4 guard, open, and just go with the grain. All right, just to knock off a little bit, but it might knock off a little bit more than I want. So if I'm just testing the guard, it's always good to start from the top, but it's also cool to start from the side. Reason being is if I take off too much from the top, I'm blending the sides anyway. So I'm gonna naturally knock the sides down anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's too low on the side.
A good starting point.
Because it's going to be a starting point for my blend. All right, so I'm going to go right from the side. And now I can tell off top, just from the side,
Take it out.
that
Oh,
4
barely.
is taking a little something. Lower than that.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go mid. Lower. Close.
So we're probably gonna need a 3.
That's pretty good.
What you thinking?
I can't really see the difference.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. Right.
Cool.
So 3.
So now I'm going to go to
3 mid.
Or you gonna just start 3 open?
3. Open. Always open.
Always start-
Always open.
So a little at a time.
Cool. Once I get the length, then I'll just go ahead and go all the way around. Instead of going all the way around and then having to do it the second time. I'm not moving, I'm just using the chair. It's the easiest way for me to cut without me moving is the chair. If you at the crib cutting, yeah, you're gonna have to move around. You in the shop? Use the chair. All right. You also see me using both hands. I didn't go to my opposite side and try to turn my wrist over to
Looking
cut
crazy.
like this. All right. I have to use my opposite hand. All right. So once I do this open 3,
Take it back out.
comb it one more time. And hit it again. How many passes should it be?
3.
At least 2.
At least 2, 3 at the most. All right. So now after we went over it, what's my next step?
Go it out one more time.
All right, we got.
Start break. Start.
to break your face
Start
down.
I'm about to say
breaking
break the
which
fade down.
part, though?
The top.
Above your base.
Above the base. Wow, I like that. I like that.
Because you like to leave that there to determine
Yeah.
your higher guard.
I like that. All right. So, what guard
Okay, well,
am
let
I
me-
gonna-
let me
what's
record this
one of my
one.
blending guards?
3.
Jessica. Why?
I mean, because it's under the 3. You already got the 3.
Cool. But what did I do with the 3? Did I go against or with it?
With it.
With it. So when I go against, it's going to do what?
It's going to take out more.
It's going to cut off more. So I do want to start with a 3 open and then go down to the 2. So with the 3, I can go straight up. That's open. I thought the way you were coming in.
And we're only doing one side now from here on out, right?
Yep.
Okay.
One side and then do the opposite side.
And we have a reference point.
Alright, so we went open, 1 time pass. 2 time pass. Comb it back down. Then we're gonna go mid. Then we're gonna go close. Alright? Look over the shoulder. I'm not gonna really see big transition points until I get down to my smaller guards, everything under the 2. Alright, so now when I look in the mirror, I can tell I have like a little bit of weight here. Since I already went through my transition against the grain with the 3, I can do what now?
Go with it.
So I can go with the 3, and they ain't really gonna hit anything. Now this is closed, but it's gonna take off a little bit of the weight. So then right after that, we'll slap my 2 on and ride the wall. You see the difference in position. Ride the wall like meaning I'm not
Flat.
going up and in. If I go up and in,
Just
I'm
flat.
going. Yeah, so I'm not going all the way up here. I'm going across that line. So even though it looks like I'm hitting here, I'm really not.
Cutting the
Yes.
The cutting blade isn't hitting the top. So when I'm blending here, right? So my cutting blade is all the way down here. So it's all comb first, then my cutting blade hits here. My blade isn't cutting anything above it. If I went up and went in,
You be digging
now I will
into the
cut
haircut.
into it. All right. Somebody open that door. Bam. Comb it back down. Heat check. I'm gonna pass it again. Open 2. What's up, boy? Just sign in for me. What you doing? Just shape up? Just a shape up, Chris?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Man, that's open. Now I'm gonna hit mid. A little bit lower. Why am I going a little bit lower?
Because you're
What's closer?
As you close the arm, you're getting
What gets
take
closer
up more
to?
here.
But what gets closer?
The
The blade, my cutting blade. So now if I go straight up,
you taking off too
I'm
much
gonna
hair from
take
the
off
top.
too much because it's a different length. So at mid, even though it looks like I'm cutting the hair on top, I'm really just going across that line.
Yeah, because the hair at the top just hitting the guard. It's not hitting the cutting blade.
Not hitting the cutting blade.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna go back open because I see a little darkness I want to take out. Comb it back down. Then I go back to my mid. Close. Cool, comb everything down. So now at the 2, I'm getting closer to where my 1 is, right? But I might have still a little bit of weight here. Do I pass the closed 2 or the open 2? Just to kill this little bit of puff.
With the
Open?
grain,
I say open too.
if you're going with the grain, I would say that you could leave, because you were just closed, right? So if you're going with the grain, you can still close, keep it closed, no?
Go open just to be on the safe side.
Side.
Because even though I passed that closed 3, it's still a 2.5. So there's
You
still
might
gonna
take
be
off too
some
much. You're gonna have
difference.
to.
Man. Take off a little bit more of that butter. Boom. Now, once I hit a little bit of butter, it looks different in the mirror now. Now, I'm gonna pass my 1 guard open, right?
Yeah.
All the way up, or am I going just
at
across
your
the line?
No.
Just at your line.
Just at the line.
A little bit above. I gotta leave off where my 2 closed left. So with my 2 closed, I'm going across it, right? That's 2. So now with my 1, I'm gonna go across it too.
Are you still riding the wall, or are you flicking out?
I'm just hitting that little baseline. Cause now I'm closer to where my, what is?
Your first
Baseline.
format.
My baseline. So at my second format, this is only a what? A closed
Close to one.
closed 1 for my second format. So when I go open, if I want to go up, I'm going to use the chip. But really, I'm just going across where that line pretty much was. So now after I put the 1 open, keep checking the mirror, my fade is pretty much done, right? So now once I start to feel like I'm pretty much good, if anything above here, I already know anything above here is going to be a what guard?
2.
A 2, because I already broke down all the weight to get to the 2. So now at the 1 open, I go across that little weight line. Now when I hit mid, I'm gonna go and start to eliminate some of this because I'm getting closer to where my second format is. So I want to kill some of the weight. And then when I look in the mirror,
You're already
my
on
fade
your
is
way.
damn near done. So
That
now I
makes
know at the closed, I'm really gonna be across this line, then 1/16 and then down. So now I'm gonna hit the closed part. If I have anything above it, I'm gonna go open, use that corner. Make sure I'm combing the hair in the right position. Because if I comb the hair and I'm going like this and the hair don't sit, it's gonna look like I have lines in the actual hair. But if I comb it the way it sits, that's why I like combs, especially with coarse hair, because I can manipulate and place the hair. So now I'm gonna go up with that 1, using the corner, and I'm gonna go back close. Because I know, like, no matter what I do in this section with the close, right? Unless I go all the way up into Compton, it's not gonna do anything, because everything is already broken down.
And this is still your 1 guard?
This is still the 1 guard.
So would you go to a half or would you go to a 1/16 next?
I'm gonna go to the 1/16.
Okay.
Yeah, at the second format. All right. So now, this is blending without this guard. All right. So Miss Sue said on what, Friday, when she was like, we didn't have this 1.5 guard. So that's why I'll go with it and then go against it, because it'll help me to take out any weight. This guard is that in-between guard, which is that 1 1/2.
Okay.
But masters don't really have it until recently. So now I'm gonna go back to my 1/16 on my 0 guard, and I'm gonna go straight across. Because my second format was put in with what?
The 1 open. 1 closed.
1 closed. So now I'm on my open, what?
0.
0.
Pass.
So that I can pass across where my last one left. So I'm gonna go straight across, open. Then once I go mid, now I'm gonna focus a little bit more on that baseline. and then close. Alright, so now I'm at the bottom of my fade. My fade is done, right? Correct? Am I done?
No.
I gotta go all the way back to where?
Where?
To the
The closed clip.
yeah,
right?
I'm about to say take that guard off.
So, now this is when fade blades get wet. Now I can fade with the fade blade at the open position, but I have to be really, really precise where I'm hitting, because if I extend too much, I don't have that room for error like I did on a regular taper clipper or a master. There's no fully open on a wall clipper. It starts from mid. So like I can go up, but I can't go into certain zones. So like I can go up and come across,
You have to chip it.
but I gotta chip it more. All right. Using it pussy.
I was gonna use the JRL as a proof of point, but that's a fade blade.
All right. So now with the open master, right? Now all of this zone up here, right? That's like the two, the open one. With an open master, I can go into this zone chipping to make it finer. Because why?
Because it's a fade blade. I mean, it's not a fade blade.
It's not a fade blade, and what?
Master is different.
I have that fully open extension. So now I can do all the extra detail work that I couldn't do at that midpoint and go into that next zone. With that fade blade, I can only go up but so far. All right?
Oh.
I was really trying to get you to record them.
I didn't know where you was gonna put this at, so I didn't know if this was supposed to be for class or.
Alright, so now when I look at it, when I did it with the masters open, you see the difference in the blend? Do you really see the difference, or are you just saying it?
No, you can see it.
And I still didn't hit the midpoint. So now at the bottom, I can still see that
His
little
line.
weight line. Now I'm gonna go mid.
That's when you start chipping.
Now I can chip a little better with the midpoint.
Is this the way that we have to learn how to fade?
No, but I think it's easier.
He just teaches kind
There's-
of like the basic way.
So this is my dummy proof way to fade, so that it sets up your barriers. When you get into the shop, it's gonna be stuff that you're gonna do because you're gonna see it. Like if I was really cutting like I wouldn't do all that stuff I just did. I would have been done like on the other side. Because it's shortcuts, yeah. Because once you start to learn textures, you'll be able to eliminate certain guards, or you'll be able to know that I can just take this shit straight up, and it's not gonna do anything.